We are back with another Torchwood reaction. Listen, I am wrestling with the cold, so I'm not 100%. Actually, it feels like more than that, but here we are, and we will try to get through this. From Out of the Rain, Torchwood was not one of my favorite episodes, and not saying it lightly. I was not like fully engaged with the characters there, and I thought it was a step down from some of the really, interesting, gripping episodes we've had this season. Looks like it belonged on season 1. It also seems out of place as well. I didn't see much of like a continuation or growth with the characters. It just seems like it was plopped there. But it is what it is. We'll move on. As always, the full and watch alongs and the extras content will be on the Patreon, so please support the Patreon if you can. They're much appreciated. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, engage with the video. Really does help the channel. Thank you. With that, let's go ahead and watch Torchwood. Here we are. Oh my god, is this Grey? It's Grey! You can't trick me, I know your plans. I'm calling it now, it's Grey. But Grey has no memories of the past. Mom, you're 9 minutes late. Mom XX. Oh god, he's never gonna get home, is he? It's how they play. Chill. Jonah. Eesh. Oh! They're snatching. Here we go. Jonah, use your legs. Exactly. Run out of there. Oh! Oh, they are snatching Jonah. His phone. They snatched Jonah. I told you, one thing they will do in the universe is snatch.
Jonah Bevan, born 15th of February 1990.
Adrift.
Disappeared walking home from football practice. She's been missing now for 7 months.
That's Gwen's cop friend.
Which is where we found this. He's had a tech investigation. Usual procedure, search the home, check the computer, spoken to all our friends and relatives. And look, sorry, is this beneath you now?
No.
And also the attitude. You got
Where you were?
Where I was when?
Doing your wedding.
Wedding.
Oh!
I had to work. Temple changed the road for the last minute, you know.
Wow.
And you just don't turn up?
Just thought, being as Reese has got a...
Let it go! Let it go!
You were like can't.
Like Elsa.
Life to him.
He likes her?
To do over Saturday. Happy now?
He likes her.
This, I mean, you're a lovely film and stuff.
Like a bloody tap. I can't just switch it off.
But this was like, what, 3 years ago?
Get a moment. Flatter yourself.
Okay.
Wow, you have the hearts for Gwen.
I want to talk about this kid, Jonah.
Who can blame you?
Every time I tell her we got nothing new, I see a bit of her die.
He's like, I know you know everything about this. Adrift means like water. He's in the water somehow.
What just
Flash of
happened?
light
Exactly.
and gone.
He could have done a lot in 6 seconds. Jumped over the side, hidden somewhere.
No, he's looking at something.
Could be one
Damn,
of the lights
B.
in the barrage.
All right, stop.
Gwen, you know better.
Jack,
Oh. What did he call him?
what about if you try?
I ran checks for 3 months either side, then extended the radius by a mile and checked again, still nothing.
It was about 7 months back. Any reason you'd be on the barrage that night?
They have this cute little coffee shack. Okay.
Jonah Bevan, 15 years old.
Do you know anything about it?
No, I just checked with Tosh. I was all clear.
Jack is keeping something. Jack, you lying. Step back.
It's just a coincidence then.
I guess so. Gotta run.
That's a date? Jack.
Oh my God. Thanks a lot. I should have known, bloody Torchwood. Drop me off, why don't you? Do you know what's happened to you, Gwen? You've got hard.
She has.
Didn't matter who they were or what they did.
True.
And now, you sit here talking about coincidence. The old Gwen would have been up there to see Nicky Bevan in a flash.
That's how she found Torchwood. She was inquisitive. Call
Sorry
it
to
out,
bother you.
Andy. Call it out. I mean, he didn't tell a single lie there. Not a single lie. He called her out.
I'm working with the police on Jonah's disappearance.
Andy said you might be round, and you've got a different area of expertise. What is it? Forensics?
A lot of VHS.
Film fan, are you? Crowds. Sorry? It's all crowd footage, ever since he went. Where there's a crowd, I record it. Go through it frame by frame, checking it.
See if he's there. Oh, wow. She's doing the work.
Find someone that was with him. If I could just let him know I saw him. He's got to be out there somewhere.
Oh, she thinks he ran away. So she's trying to, like,
I'm mad.
surveil.
No, I think you'd make a great policewoman.
Right. Or a great stalker. Let's have that conversation.
I keep his diary for him. I sit in here.
Sorry?
Maybe I was too nosy.
Nah, but he was coming home to you. He
Unloved.
texted you. There's no way. You have to use their actions.
What about Jonah's dad?
We're only together about 6 weeks. Dad might get in touch, but no. Still manages to disappoint.
Oh, God.
Andy tried to find me a support group, but there weren't any. So I thought I'd set one up myself.
I'll try.
Searchlight.
I've got to go.
Wow. That's sad for her, but also she's doing a lot to find her son. I mean, she has to.
I think time just got away from me. Ooh, wine. We can do it another time, though, yeah?
You said you'd cook.
Did I?
When are we going to have this talk?
Uber Eats.
Since I joined Torchwood, am I different?
Why?
It's just
course.
something Andy said. He still fancies me. Don't laugh, please.
Just remember that, okay?
Oh.
We could do some practicing.
Oh, God. Look at them.
Tell me you love me.
Give me the toast.
Oh, come on. Tell me you love me.
Good.
They're having the time of their life.
The barrage. I think you might want to take a look at it.
I'll be right there.
We haven't seen Yanto or Owen once. It's a very Gwen episode.
Oi!
But what I discovered is a negative rift spike
Negative.
that occurred at the time you're querying. Now, we've always assumed that
Something was taken.
this one coincided with Jonah's disappearance. I think we've been misinterpreting.
He went into it.
What if we're wrong? What if the rift doesn't just leave stuff behind?
It takes stuff.
What if it also takes?
I mean, Captain John Hart was taken, no? Didn't he go into the rift?
Who else have you told about? Tosh, can we keep this to ourselves? There's something I have to do.
Whatever you think is best.
Thank you so much. You're such a sweetheart.
It's about Jack. Because Jack was there, so she thinks that Jack is trying to do something. Maybe Jack is lying about the weevil hunting with Yanto.
You're looking into it then?
Still the same old me?
Oh, I was like, I was so confused. I feel like we've never seen him in normal clothes. He looks so different in regular clothes.
Oh, it's you two.
It's just her.
It's gonna just be me, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sure it won't. People will come.
Yeah. Feel the dreams. No? Just me then?
Hi, we're looking for Nikki.
Yeah, that's me. Come in.
More people.
There, drink, so help yourself.
Wow, it's filling up.
Yeah. Yeah, come in.
There's more snatching. Wow. I told you, they've seen it all in Cardiff, so they know it's an issue. Wow, it's packed.
How many of them are there?
Yo. Careful before you get snatched too. They're gonna snatch Andy.
I said I'd help you look for one lad. What about all those people in there? What?
Of course not. Just focus on Jonah. The rest aren't part of this investigation. No, they're not.
Find the pattern, find out what happens. We might find Jonah.
What?
Brilliant.
You said we needed more data to be certain the rift takes people. List of all missing persons in Cardiff over the last 10 years. Went missing.
And you want me to check the dates they went missing against negative rift spikes? Do we tell them what we're doing?
When we're sure. Tosh. Maybe even try and stop it from happening.
Okay. Jonah. So many people. Everywhere. All connected to the rift spikes. The negative. Yeah, that's a lot. It sounds like screaming in the background. Oh god. They're trapped in the darkness?
There are really this many?
Now we tell Jack.
People do go missing for other reasons.
No, Toshiko cross-referenced the
Oh,
locations with the rift spikes.
What do we think happens to them?
Scattered through time and space, I guess.
Cheery thought. Thank you.
Ashiko, can we predict when the spikes are going to happen?
No. And they're gone in a matter of seconds.
Then I don't know how we combat them. We fix their wounds, but this, we don't know when it's going to happen.
Okay.
We don't know where they end up.
That seems like a raised hands kind of thing, though. Let's find a solution.
We help those left behind.
Why not?
Jack is not interested in that.
Look, Jack's right. They need counselling, support. That is not us.
Oh, okay. Is that what you all think?
But what if it's not just one of the team members?
A badge of honor.
Close this down.
Jack!
That's why she was reluctant to tell him.
God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. A very dirty mouth.
Yes.
I'm a Jack.
But what if it happens to you? That's the thing. It's interesting how nonchalant they are. But that's what Andy was saying to her, that you have changed, you're harder now. They have to classify things on how important they are to them and if they can do anything about it. It's very methodical. Methodical?
Who swears is the best thing he's done in his life? Who says it feels like his life has ended? And now he's a second-class citizen in his own house. He didn't ditch the bike.
Would you
But
just
that's only
stop wittering?
It said adrift, and I was thinking sea, but adrift could be, as I said, adrift on the rift, maybe it's caught in
it's talk.
some zone that they can't get out of.
Reese, what's the point? We don't need a talk. It takes 2 seconds thought. How are we supposed to have kids with my job? Not Reese Jr. off at nursery. Stop dancing around it. It's a dead question.
Oh god.
You know, sometimes I fucking hate you. I mean, look here. Go up in your little group. I mean, why are you doing it? What are you trying to protect? What are you fighting for?
Because if I don't-
Shut up. So people can live their lives. And there's nothing more important than that. But real life, that's what you're protecting.
So you should have it too.
Then we're not going to last very long here, love.
Ooh. You're married now. It's a little bit different.
This thing at
Oh,
work.
I don't care. I don't care. When you're with me, we deal with us, right?
I love that conversation. It was very harsh, but it was necessary for them to both talk to each other about this. And Reese, interesting what he said about real life. And isn't that what you're protecting? Isn't that what you're fighting for? For us to have a normal life and not be, constantly overwhelmed by aliens. Oh!
Sorry.
Oh my god. You're explicit.
Yanto, hi.
Yanto, let's talk.
We could have used you an hour ago for naked hide and seek.
Stop it.
I'll make it my own special project. My responsibility, nothing to do with anyone else.
But you're gonna use our resources.
Well, Tosh has her projects. So does Yanto. Why can't I?
Coming back in? Work to do.
Yep.
Why is
We're
Jack?
not finished.
Yes, we are.
Why is Jack doesn't care about this? Is it specifically about Gwen?
There's a package on your desk.
Ooh. There's something going on here. Something's going on. I feel like Jack is acting iffy, but then again, it could just be Jack's that doesn't care about this and he doesn't want it to be a thing. But it does seem a little bit more than that.
Sort of.
Hope so. There's a cup of tea here with your name on it. Sorry, no. It's GPS.
What?
Global positioning system. About as high-tech as my mobile phone. Oh, no, hang on. Sorry, no. Flatholm Island. Who's sending you out there, then? That's just deserted scrubland.
Hello.
Yanto and Jack, I can't.
I don't know what you mean.
Yanto,
He's trying to help her.
Gwen.
Yanto, don't you...
So we'll head out to Flatholm, poke around, see if we can't sort this out.
Okay.
Brilliant.
You do as I say.
Yeah, of course. Listen, with Torchwood. I was thinking.
What?
Maybe, yeah.
Who's this? This guy that entered. He came in and they were focusing on him. Was that a thing? I don't know. I keep seeing things everywhere. Maybe this is the dead end, and maybe Jack is trying to say, hey, like, maybe that's what he's saying, that some things that we can't do anything about, and we have to give up. But it just still seems a little bit odd. I don't know. So they're gonna be adrift underwater, and then Jack is gonna need to come and save them.
Gwen, I know it'd be funny. If you want to haggle, go to Morocco.
All right.
You're not feeling. How you doing?
She can't expose everything. That's rough, though. He thought they were walking together.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and he cares for her. That stings. That stings. Gwen, don't hurt people. Especially people that care about you. That's the hardened part that he was talking about, that you're different now. The Gwen he knew would never, leave him hanging like that, high and dry. But now she's a Gwen that needs to do what she needs to do. God. It's a lighthouse? What is going on here? Gwen, they're gonna snatch you too. Oh? What? What in the cult is going on? That's Jack. Jack is involved. Is that Jonah too that they're carrying? This is some eyes wide shut type thing. Gwen, that's why Jack doesn't want to know, because he's fully involved. Or Jack is snatched. Is it about Gray? Is it about him trying to find him? Jack knows that Gwen is very inquisitive and very, when she gets passionate about this kind of thing, she does not stop, relentless. So he should have told her.
All right. Law unto himself, isn't he?
Oh. So everyone that's disappeared in the rift is here. Oh God. What is happening? Jules. Alice's room. Oh God. Oh. What is going on? And why are they sequestered? Some type of sickness? Maybe Jack was the one snatching them. Maybe Jack was the one snatching them.
Didn't he tell you?
Saeed.
We do our best to help him.
What is going on? Caroline. They're really focusing on these names. They're gonna see Jonah. Caroline. All the names. Earl, Saeed. And she did this research. They're all the ones here.
Oh my God.
Jonah is here too.
Hang on here, tell me.
I'll take it from here, Helen.
Oh!
These are the people taken by the rift. What are they doing here? What have you done?
Gwen, listen to me.
He took them.
That's simple.
Open it.
Gwen, before I open...
Now!
Oh God, Gwen is not playing. Jack, you should have known better than to try to deceive Gwen. Literally how you met her is because of this. It's this kind of thing. You know she's extra. As she should be. Because this is sneaky behavior. Oh my God, is it gonna look different? Is it safe for her to be there though with him? Jack and his secrets. Whew. Is he older? He's older. He's older. I already saw it. He's older.
Am I in the right room?
It ages them somehow, and then maybe Jack grabs them. Oh, that's more than just aging. What happened? What?
I'm sorry, I must be in the wrong room.
Something is doing this.
And I'm with Torchwood.
What's happened to you?
Who's this actor?
There was a light. There were flames. Miles on end. A man pulled me from the flames.
Jack. Fire.
I thought I was gonna die.
He went through the rift into like a fire.
And then I realized it wasn't a building after all, a burning planet. We watched the solar system.
Oh God.
Can I trust you to tell the truth? Am I really home?
Yes, you're home.
Wow. The trauma, you can just see it. The rift took him, went to another place, and
I've come because your mother is still looking for you. She never stopped looking.
I tried so hard to come home. Can you bring her here?
Is that what you want?
my God, what a sad story. They've all been taken to different places, or maybe the same place, and it just ravaged them. And this is Jack's way of...
Ravaged from falling through the rift. Being kept in the vaults, neglected. I set this place up.
So why didn't you tell us?
Told the staff these were experiments that had gone wrong. It's increased over the last year.
It's getting worse.
No.
You can't keep them hidden. They have families who deserve to know.
Gwen, we can't fix them. We just care for them.
Oh, God.
No.
She has a right to know.
No way.
She said not knowing is the worst part.
He cannot look after
We don't have the right to hide it from her.
I'm with Gwen.
Have to try. We owe her the truth. Jack, if you'd lost someone, wouldn't you want to know?
And he did. And he has. Gray. That's where it will hit him right there.
Yes.
I'm with Gwen, not knowing and just like always wondering. The mom is literally a stalker. Like she's literally watching footage of crap. Like it's too much. She needs to know what happened, and no matter how hard it is, that's just a very hard life to keep on going for her and for the other people too. Wondering every day.
We got another meeting on Tuesday. Will you come to that or?
Thinking that he left her intentionally, you know? Just have that
You're not here for
conversation.
small talk.
Yeah.
I phoned Jonah. We're looking after him.
Where? Can I see him?
Yes.
Sorry.
She's been waiting for this day a long time.
Trust me.
This is where Gwen excels, though.
Where?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, here we go again. Piss off, why don't you?
Sorry.
That's how you see me, isn't it? Occasionally useful. Worth stringing along in case I can...
Stringing along.
Recommend for me to join Torchwood, would you?
No.
Not even.
Thank you.
For your own safety, honestly.
We can fix this, Andy. We can make it right.
Andy.
Okay. Andy's a real one, though, for helping, and still coming back after everything. Of course, that's tough, but this is so important for Nikki and for Jonah. God, how is she going to even take this in? It's just a lot.
Okay.
You can hear the cries and
Where is he?
the pain. It's like the mental and the physical, like...
It doesn't matter. I have to see him.
Oh, I'm glad that Gwen prepared her, though.
Let me see him.
And she believes, but I don't even think she's ready. Oh. A mother and her son.
Can't see you.
Mum?
No. No.
It's okay, Mum. It's me. It's okay.
Stay away!
I'm sorry.
It's not my son! Give me a hand. I want to get out of here.
We bought it flat bag. Made it together. But you let me sneak one sip, just one. Don't want to get a bit for it. You got 2 alarms because you always sleep through the decent makeup.
I'm not hearing this.
Don't buy me a double bed. I'll never be lonely because I always got you.
That's your son.
I've been so lost. I'm sorry.
Why?
At night, I was late.
God.
Oh, the sights I've seen, Mum. It'll take time.
No, it'll be okay. What?
Helen,
It's for your own benefit.
No, he's my father. I can't take care of him.
We can't allow that.
He's my son!
That's her son.
He's starting the downswing.
What's a downswing? What is it? Joe?
Oh, it's all right, sweetheart. I'm here.
make it stop.
Oh, God.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving him.
Oh, this is going to be hard to see.
Can you tell me why?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's just the scream, the anguish from being in the fires, from burning alive.
This primal howl.
It's the PTSD.
Hours every day.
20 hours. You can still hear it. That's what we heard when she was researching.
What he'd seen had driven him mad.
The heart of a dark star. 1 week later. Oh my God.
They say you can visit.
Whenever I thought of him, I'd see him laughing with his mates, playing football.
She wished she
scoffing
didn't
his
know now.
breakfast.
I thought you wanted to know what happened to him.
I did.
Until you found out.
It was better when I didn't know.
Hmm.
Before you.
Oh my God. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think, well, I don't think Gwen knew about the scream, though. I think that was an important part that she should have found out. And he wasn't just disfigured. He's going through it. 20 hours? That's why Jack didn't want to say anything. And Jack most likely knew that Gwen would be relentless with trying to unite these people with their families. Oh God, what's she gonna do? Where's his diary? She's packing everything up. Because she said that I still had hope, and now hope is gone. It's almost like he's dead, and she's accepting that. She'll never see that person again. Oh, Jonah. What a change. It's like, he's like completely unrecognizable. It's not even like, oh. Oh God, this is painful. Oh, Nikki. It's all hitting her at the same time now. Jack was carrying that burden. She's burning everything?
Tonight we talk about what you want.
Mm-hmm.
The future, anything you want.
Other than work.
You alright?
Oh. She tried to help, but now it feels like she made it worse, and the hopelessness of the whole story, you know? Gwen has always been like, you know, Torchwood, we're doing good, we're, you know, making stuff happen. And now she realizes that there's just some things that are out of their control, and no matter how hard you want this to happen, you just can't control everything or prevent everything.
You told me everything. From the beginning.
She had a son.
Jonah.
He went missing
Lord.
7 months ago.
Oh God. Adrift. What a sad story. What a really, really gripping, sad story. I'm glad that we got back to it here with this episode. I think this was very squarely focused on Gwen here, and everybody else took a backseat. Really, this was Gwen's episode, and it was really a moment for her, because, you know, just when you think you know everything you need to know about working in Torchwood and having this life, there is still more, and that's what, you know, Jack was keeping from her, you know, and we started, of course, with Andy. I love how Andy was involved here because Andy is like a vestige, what's that word, of her former life, of the old Gwen, and he, quickly reminds her that you have changed. You're hard now. You're a different person, and he's not wrong. Gwen has changed. Gwen has seen a lot of things, very dark things, very, life-changing moments, and she's had to adopt this hard exterior to get through it and to be able to work at Torchwood. Every one of them has, and but we're focusing on her because we got to see her life before this, and yeah, and I think she was really searching for that herself from before because of this confrontation by Andy, and because of this thing that had happened. It's possible that maybe if she didn't have that conversation with Andy, or she didn't get to this place where she is now with Reese and with her wedding and all that stuff, maybe she might have just overlooked this case and just said, let's move on. Every other member of the team did. Tosh did, Owen did, Yanto, you know what I mean? It was just like, this stuff happens. There's more, there could be more to it, but we can't save everyone. We have to move on to other projects. And but Gwen was very relentless on this, and it did remind me of Gwen, of course, Gwen from Everything Changes, the very first episode of Torchwood, and that is Gwen. Gwen sees something is wrong, sees something is happening, something fishy, and she chases after it. She goes to the belly of the beast. She tries to find out. She tries to help people. But as Jack, and I think Jack knows this, and that's why he was sort of like looking at her like she's gonna try and do the most here. But as she has learned in this episode, there's just some people that you cannot save and some things that you cannot fix, because this is a different game. This dealing with the rift, dealing with the consequences of the things that can happen just out of nowhere, and the people that are hurt as a result. There's only so much you can do. And, Nikki does say that I wish I still had hope. I was with Gwen in that sense, that I would like to know, or to it's that whole thing. It's like, should you tell someone? If something is happening that you cannot change, that you cannot reverse, should you tell the person that might be affected by it, or might be close to it? Because maybe, as they say, ignorance is bliss, and maybe not knowing is still a blessing. And in this case, Nikki felt that way. She felt that if she had just continued to hope and continued to see her son in the way that she remembered him as, that it was a better memory. And she had her meetings on those days with those people, and she continued to search. But it was tough. It was really, really tough. But I think it was this project she had to keep on going with, and to keep on holding that hope that she would find him the way he was. And now seeing the reality, that scene, she really did a good job here, Nikki. That's fear, that's disbelief. I'm like, this is not my son. What are you talking about? And then having to wrestle with that reality as she finds out that it is true. This is her son. And, having to even just hear all the stuff about Torchwood and the rift and all that stuff, it's like, it's too much already. And then now, okay, let me see the son. And, and it's just like, she couldn't believe it. And then the scream, then the anguish. That part was so chilling, so well done, but so chilling. I can still hear the scream right now. Also, kudos to the actor that played the older Jonah as well. He had just, the scream, first of all, was so intense, but also just those quiet moments. He spoke so softly. You can sense the pain in him. Like, it's like, we don't know what he's seen, but we know, but we can tell based on how he looks and how he's behaving. And you could tell he's been through some deep trauma. And like he was burning. He was running. He was in a place he did not know. He was a 15-year-old kid. Like, when you actually look at the actual details of what's happening here, it's like horrifying. And then now he's trapped in here, all those other people trapped in there, or they're now here without their families, without any sort of continuation of their lives. And they have to just keep on sitting in this, thing. I guess there's probably like a reference here to maybe, obviously like mental illness and the hospitals where we care for people who've been through these things. And there's so many people and so many different facets of life. Of course, nothing on the scale of Torchwood and the Rift and stuff like that, which obviously is not, not real. But we don't know. There might be a rift. But just in the ways that we can turn that to real life, and how mental illness and what people have seen, what as Jack said, ravaged, which happens in real life, and they have to go through that every day. Some people are not even in these homes, but they have to go through life every day, wake up in the morning and deal with this, all in here, Anyway, so it was a really, really, I think it was a really interesting story on as well the effects of the rift, the effects of things that are happening to people around, and the things that we don't necessarily focus on because there's always a big alien to catch. In this case, there was no big alien. There was no, like, this villain we're running towards. It's the circumstances. It's the things that we can avoid in life. It's the random occurrences, that take people away, that cause negative consequences, and there's no one to blame. There's no one to blame, but we have to live with it and live with those unexpected events. And it was really, really tough. I loved Reese and Gwen here. I love their conversations. I always loved them, but I love how they're now building upon the foundation of Reese knowing and Gwen being able to speak to him and him putting her down and saying, hey, let's talk. Tell me everything, because I know this is shaking you. Before, she would have to hide all the stuff from him and put on a smile and try to just get out of it. But now that he knows, I love that. He's able to just, let's talk about this. Let's decompress. Let's, you can't talk about it with people from work, but you can talk about it with me. And that's so important. And that's what Jack wanted for her, to have somebody there. And I think that's why it's so important now. Gwen has always been the heart of this show, and to see her go through this, see her connect back with her former self, where she cared deeply and she wasn't just kind of rushing in and doing this and doing that, but she was really focused in. And I love the conversation with her and Jack, talking about the families need to know. And yes, maybe in this case it was really hard for Nikki, but I understand Gwen's point about wanting to at least reunite the families, or at least give somebody something, but in this case it was a very tall order. Really interesting episode, and really good acting here from the whole team and supporting characters. And again, I love when supporting characters, when you make me care for them, when you make me care what happens to them. And I really did care about Nikki, and I really did care about Jonah and what was happening. So good job here. I think this was written by Chris Chibnall. I thought this was well written. I thought this was well acted, and it gave you the feels for sure. Like I feel. I'm not even feeling well right now, so it's like a double, effect on me. But well, thanks for watching. See you on the next episode.